Hey guys, I'm Duck, but before I go any further, I want to ask you a question. Are you an entrepreneur? Are you an executive? Are you a leader? And are you ready for a serious breakthrough? Well, look no further than the book Man Up: How to Cut the Bullshit and Kick Ass in Business and in Life. For the small price of $15, you can make that breakthrough by reading and studying this book by the author Bedros I promise you, after reading this book, you will be so enlightened that you will be able to make a change in your life and in your business life. Or you can try the MDK Project for $18,000. The Modern Day Night Project, or as I like to call it, How to Get Robbed Legally, is a project that takes entrepreneurs, executives, and leaders through a 72-hour experience that is truly life-changing, which involves putting yourselves through a series of mental and physical exercises such as getting sprayed by a hose,
1, 2, 3,
getting berated at like you're a child,
shut up! One more fucking
crawling on the ground,
he doesn't want to be.
and of course, my favorite activity, squeezing the bitch out of you.
I want to hear it twice as loud as last time. Squeeze the bitch out of you. 3, 2, 1, go!
And you get to do all of this and more just for the small price of $18,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. $18,000. Not $18, not $8, not 1 cent and 8 fucking remaining cents. $18,000. Many men are secretly fighting a battle within them that no one knows about. And as you can see in this picture, it's our boy Bedros. Man, all he's missing is just a fucking pedestal and a microphone. I know this personally because I was one of those men. You're suffering in silence and pushing through life and business. Some days you're barely holding it together. It doesn't have to be that way. You know that if you flip the switch, you can have the business and the life you've always wanted. It's within grasp, but it's also out of your reach. But if you can just flip that switch, you'll have the big breakthrough that you're looking for. And it's only then that you will overcome the self-sabotaging behavior that is destroying your relationship and your business. When you flip the switch, you'll overcome the vice dependencies, lifting beliefs and glass ceilings so that you'll become the husband, father, and man that you respect and admire. Wow, this just sounds like BuzzFeed but for alpha males. And of course, on this website they provide some videos for the consumer to watch. I think I'm personally going to add, I'm either coming back as a bitch, a beast, or a body bag to the list of coldest replies I say to someone at the gym. It all starts with this 75-hour crucible. This 3-day experience is one of the toughest mental and physical challenges you'll experience, and it's designed to help you shatter your self-doubts and limiting beliefs, gain clarity in your life's work and purpose, heal from trauma that makes you feel broken and unworthy, dig deep into your past and uncover experiences that are holding you back from achieving greater levels of success in your life. Well, this is certainly worth the $18,000 that I would have to fork over. Let's see a video that our boy Bedros provided about the project, because I want to know exactly what I'm spending $18,000 on.
The project is not an experience, it's also a process. It's like administering chemotherapy to a cancerous area of the body, and it's going to unearth and expose who you are. So the project is here for a purpose, to help you become the man you know in your deepest heart that you're meant to be. And all we're going to do as instructors over the next 75 hours is administer the project. No different than a doctor would administer chemotherapy to a cancerous body part.
So to sum up the video, this project is basically supposed to be chemotherapy, because every man in their life currently has cancer, and crawling through mud and fighting against the beach shore currents while holding a rope is supposed to be part of the therapy that we all need in order to become a better version of ourselves. For $18,000. So it's understandable that this project has a lot of dislike coming towards its way. Not for the apparent purpose, but for the price point that this quote-unquote process costs. From big YouTubers such as the hippie-sounding Flash from Zootopia-sounding Penguins, to the incredibly small YouTubers such as the soft-spoken Forza Horizon player Dean. And the men behind the project are just watching from the sidelines, often engaging in these haters of the project. And they call them haters, not me. They even made a video about it called Finally Addressing the Haters of the MDK Project.
People who are hating, negative, who are gossipy, who will shit on other people, their locus of control is external, meaning they feel like, oh man, my life is this way because external things happen.
He just sounds like a fucking poet. Oh, Gaining the strength to find the motivation to do whatever you want in life is like a cherry blossom growing from a sapling into a strong, tall, and beautiful tree in the spring. Like, shut the fuck up. Here we meet our two main administrators of the scamotherapy, our boy Bedros again, and Steve Eckert, or Johnny Sins, as I'm sure that's him in disguise. So I'm going to look through this video where they address the haters, because I'm almost 99% sure that anyone who is giving actual criticism to this project is mainly upset about the price point that this project has. Now, I made a lot of jokes and sarcastic remarks in the beginning of this video, but my real opinion about this is that there needs to be a clear-cut description as to what it is I'm spending $18,000 on if I am to consider spending $18,000 on something. And yeah, the website says this project is for entrepreneurs, executives, and leaders only, which it might as well say this project is only for people who make money, because that's essentially what your target audience is. And I may not be the best person to say this since I don't exactly fit into either of the three categories. It is nowhere near a smart business decision to spend $18,000 of your own money to participate in this project if all it is just a military-style training camp for 3 days. So let's see if they tell us exactly what we're spending $18,000 on. These guys even got a fucking theme song, goddamn.
And this is a show for men in search of meaningful transformations in their family, fitness, finances.
Alright, 44 seconds in the video and we have another pause. Not even made it past the first minute. I paused it here because he brought up the word transformation, and it got me excited to know that if I spend $18,000 on this project, then I will come back as a Super Saiyan. Yeah!
Very serious topic, one that I actually enjoy talking about. It's about the fucking haters out there. The haters and why does the project get so much hate on the internet?
I see you used the classic Keemstar line.
Why am I still getting hate?
When you formulate this enrichment project for men to break free of their vices and TikTok scrolling by helping them personally, then it's seen as a good deed. If you have to charge money for it, like, I don't know, let's say $15 each person, then that's a business decision. However, that price can be overlooked as it's affordable and it still helps the person. But when help is what the person needs, and the process that the person needs to go through in order to receive that help is spending $18,000, then, well, it depends on what they're spending $18,000 on. And that's the main point as to why your project isn't being well received. Because it's $18,000 to squeeze the bitch out of people, shirtless, in a Gold's Gym parking lot.
This tubby guy with long hair sitting on his mother's living room floor with a microphone, and he's given every fact incorrectly. He's like, there they are in the back of Walmart parking lot, like putting men through this $18,000 for 75 hours and they get nothing else out of it. And it's like, nah, bro, they get 12 months of coaching and mastermind and a brotherhood out of it, and a lifelong brotherhood beyond that.
I find this point particularly interesting. Sure, he answered my question as to what I'm spending $18,000 on, but I find it particularly interesting that it was in this video and in Penguin's video that I had to find that answer. Because on the website that they provided, the 12-month in-depth coaching and mentorship program part has been strangely removed. Simply put, the project is $18,000. Why this is strange to me is because why do you need to hide that you get a 12-month internship program from this experience? Especially if it's for the target consumers who are entrepreneurs, executives, and leaders. You know, the people who don't spend all of their time on the internet. Most of these big people spend most of their time managing their business, often cutting themselves off of what happens in the digital world, unless their business revolves around social media research. But the point I'm trying to make is, if this is your main source of information, why can't the answer to my question be found on this website and instead on 2 YouTube videos? It seems like this whole page is meant to advertise the 3-day workout regimen only and not the 12-month mentorship. Pretty weird, right?
Only 20% of all men even entertain the idea of doing the project. Is the other category of men have found such inertia, such momentum in living in mediocrity, living a soft life, a comfortable life, a life that's convenient.
Living a convenient life isn't something that a person should strive for. I think everyone should strive for becoming a better version of themselves. But if you believe that part of becoming a better version of yourself is to hand you $18,000 for what they perceive as a 3-day basic military training, which I should add the military would pay you to do that, then this is the kind of response that you'll get.
And when we showcase the videos on our social media platforms and they have such violent hate towards it, it's because it's a reflection of them. They're like,
That's not what it is at all. It's the fact that you have to pay $18,000 to take an ice bath and to get sprayed on by a hose when you can do that shit for a tiny fraction of that price. $18,000 can pay for you taking an ice bath for the entire year, or more perhaps, but we only get to do it for 3 days. People who pay for this shit clearly never had that water hose toy. You know, like the ones that we used to use as children. Just get one of those and lay in front of it, and it's the same shit. Don't forget your mallet so that you can have the true Amy Rose experience.
they take, I mean, what was that, a 28, 29
They say,
second
oh, I
video?
could pay someone to do that in my backyard. Like, yeah, motherfucker, we're sitting here crawling in the dirt for 75 hours. Nothing else happens, just that.
Alright, well,
If you want to be a smart ass,
if all you advertise in your videos on your main source of information is people crawling through mud and standing in a field, or kneeling in the ocean, or standing behind a table literally in the at ease position, or this in particular, then why on earth would you ever think that people would expect more than just that? Especially when you remove the 12-month membership shit from your FAQ.
Clips we've intentionally put up are polarizing, and if people actually take time to read the caption, because it was a 29-second clip, and these yahoos who watch the 29-second clip but don't read a well thought out caption that you crafted that really explains what's happening, what we're doing, who it's for, how we've saved men from committing suicide.
This is the part where I stopped watching the video because I don't feel like I need to continue after hearing this. 7 minutes and 27 seconds in, and already these guys are basically saying that the activities inside the clips that they posted are saving people from suicide. Now, I don't doubt that there was one unfortunate person who spent $18,000 thinking that it would drive them away from suicide, and if it did, then congratulations. But these clips that you have posted and the captions that you are proudly claiming are nothing more than the generic motivational speeches that you would hear in a Call of Duty cutscene. And you say that you type out these well thought out captions. I went back and gathered the captions from the YouTube shorts that you posted. Many of them are just verbosely stating the obvious as to why anyone would do what they do in the video. So you emphasize the captions are important for the people to read, when it's not even worth looking at most of the time, since it's either just stating the obvious or a 3-line copy and paste of what the project is, calling it a well thought out caption. I especially hate how you also try to tie up these videos with suicide prevention. Like, you're trying to hammer in the supposed fact that people who have spent $18,000 on this project have also been saved from suicide, because suicide prevention centers are working hard enough. And I don't doubt that people have been saved from suicide again, but what I'm trying to say is you're getting upset about people who are giving you hate over what you put out and advertise, when what you put out and advertise is just a military basic training course. You are selling this military basic training course under the guise of flipping the switch for $18,000. Then you complain that people aren't liking your project, saying, oh, it's not just screaming in parking lots and crawling through mud, when all you're advertising to your target consumer base is screaming in parking lots and crawling through mud, with the occasional hose spraying and ice baths. It makes no sense to me why people would pay $18,000 for this shit when they could pay $15 to buy the guy's book instead. If they think, oh, spending $18,000 is a faster way of getting the help that I need, then at some point you have to give the Bedros guy credit for that, because they're basically living their lives in convenience. So I guess it does make sense. The MDK Project, just like the lottery, is a tax on stupid people. So that's all I have to say about this. Go like, subscribe, do whatever you can to get this video out. I don't know.
I've had enough of this. This punishment stuff is going to stop.
You're not gonna tell me what I'm gonna do and not do.
I am now the alpha.
That's not how this works. I am the teacher.
The alpha takes priority over the teacher. The alpha takes priority over everything. Do you not know how that works?
The Sigma male tends to be a loner. You're gonna hear a lot about the lone wolf, right? That already sounds sexy and like something I'd like to do.